Hi, my name is Cameron Nazir. I'm currently based in Reading, England. Today, I would be teaching you guys how to follow the checklist we have to follow initially when we start any project in a particular DAW. I'm using Ableton Live 8, and I would be showing you how to follow that checklist in this particular DAW. So the first thing we need to check in our checklist is that our project name and location is correct. So for that, obviously we will have to first create a new project which is called as new live set in Ableton Live. So when you click that option, almost a similar window will open, which is the stock window for Ableton Live 8. Here, uh, you can even start from the beginning. You can even select the option of save live set as, and it will give you an option to save it on a particular location on your PC. As far as the temporary files are concerned, if you go to the Preferences tab and then go to the File Folder tab, here you can see the temporary folder option where you can change the location of temporary live recordings which you have done in your project. So the second thing we need to check are the digital audio preferences. The digital audio preferences consist of sample rate and bit depth. For that, you will have to go to the audio tab. In audio tab, the second portion is for the sample rate. Here you can change it to 48,000 or whatever you want to have, but we have been told that it should be 48,000. Also, you can change your buffer size here, which is 128 samples, uh, which we have been already told in the class that is the best option for your initial stages, because that is the best option where you don't get any huge amount of latency. The third thing we need to check is the record file type. For record file type, you'll have to go to the record, warp, and launch settings. Here, in the first portion, you can see we've got in the record portion. Here, you can see the file type option is given. You can select either AIFF or the WAV option. AIFF is the Apple proprietary option, file type, which you can select, or the WAV option. The bit depth settings are also here. You can select the bit depth as 24, which is already selected. You can change it to whatever you want, but 24 is the best option. Next thing what you have to check is the hardware settings. For the hardware settings, you'll have to again go back to the audio tab. In the audio tab, you will have to if you could see, the first portion is dedicated to the audio devices. The first option is driver type. In the driver type, you'll have to select the driver whatever your computer is using at the moment. In the audio input devices, I don't have currently any devices connected to it except my built-in microphone, so that's what I've selected. These two devices, the Sunflower, they are there's not devices, they are just basically drivers. In the audio output devices, you can select again whatever your output is going to, any monitor or any other device. And of course, here, like I spoke to you earlier, that you can change the buffer size to whatever you want. So basically, this was a quick walkthrough for Ableton Live 8 system preferences, and how can we follow the checklist of all the major settings before we start any particular project in Ableton Live 8. Excuse me if I've been doing too much oohs and ahs, because I haven't been feeling well, and I had flu since last couple of weeks. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening to my tutorial. Thanks.